So it's been a little while since I've uploaded. Yeah, I know, but I'll finally have Filmora, like the full version of Filmora, not the trial version. So I'm not gonna have to worry about that for now, at least. And this is a redo of one of my older tutorials. So hopefully I can go into better detail. I have three ways of doing this. Three completely different ways. Like they're not sort of similar. Like I'm not doing scale control. So the methods that we're going to be looking at today is step key, alpha, and scene changing. So the first one that I'm going to be doing, oh, oops, sorry, Frostbear. So the first one that we're going to be doing is a step key. So basically, what this is going to do is step key is one of these tangents down here. So step key is a type of motion that SFM have. It's the fourth tangent right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make Frostbear's eyes right here. Let's see here. We're going to make his eyes just sort of appear into his head. So here we have his eyes. These are his eyes. Kind of weird looking. But we're going to be mainly focusing on the camera here for like all of our shots. So we're just going to go ahead and move the eyes out of the camera frame. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to just make a 1 second. So it's going to take exactly 1 second to appear into his head. I'm just going to drag him back in. So once we've done, now you can already see that it's very much not just sort of appearing into his head. You can see motion here, but if you even saw the last version, you already know what's gonna happen. We're just gonna select the position for this and this, these two parts, and we should see something like this. And we're just gonna clicky grab and drag them, over everything, and click on this or press 4. So once we've done this, it will take exactly 1 second, and they will just sort of appear into his head. Now the bad part about this, especially for body parts, is the eyes will have to be somewhere in the scene. Okay, the eyes are going to be in the scene, so we can see that no matter what his eyes. So if I were to turn his head, at some point you'd see his eyes. Now of course you can always just take the eyes and throw them into oblivion. This isn't the best method for it, I'd say. So the next method that we're going to be doing is alpha. Now this is one I did not touch up on in the last version, is because I didn't even know this was a thing. So let's just get into alpha. Okay, so the way that we're going to do this is we're going to be using override materials. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on now this is, in my opinion, a really good method, because you don't have to have it anywhere else. You can keep it in his hand, or you can put it anywhere and like it'll still be invisible. And this is even better with, like I said over here, body parts. So what we're going to be doing is his pistol here. We want his pistol to disappear. We want to make his pistol disappear, and then we'll have it reappear. So we're going to be right click on pistol, the pistol variable right here, and we're going to head down to add override materials. Now, I already did this, but basically you just go down and hit this button. Once you've done that, right click it again, and then hit show an element viewer, and then click the model. So once you've done that, we will get our tree here of our elements, and at the bottom we should see the material folder, and we can open up to see the pistol. Now we already have cloak factor, and you could use cloak factor. Now these will both work pretty much the same. So, but I'll show you the difference here. But right here, we're gonna right click on pistol, and we're gonna go to add attribute, and we're gonna add a float. Once we're in float, we're gonna double click on that, and we're gonna add a $, and we're gonna write alpha, like this. Oh no, I don't think you have to have a capital. We're gonna write $alpha under a float attribute. I'm gonna click yes. So once you add that, you can already see it's disappeared, and we can see right here. Type in 1, it will be back to visible. But the cool thing about this is you can write 0.5, and it will kind of give it like this transparency, so you can make it fade in and out easily. Now, once you add this, you'll already know that it's nowhere in the animations editor. Of course, you can't like go in here, check it out or anything. You can't open anything. It's not in here. So the way that we do this is we go up to the v underscore pistol or whatever model you're using, and we're gonna right click, and we're going to go down to create animation set for element. And you don't really have to change this unless you see something wrong. Like basically all this is saying is like this is how far it can go. So like alpha, you can only change it to 1. So yeah, this is all it's doing. You don't really have to worry about this, but you can just press OK. We can head into our animations editor. So in here we will now have our alpha dragger here to animate it. So there are 2 uses for this. So one, you can make it sort of, just appear out of nowhere. So by doing this, once you do that, you can select these 2 and hit 4. So now instantly out of nowhere, gun pops up. We have to do nothing, and it's right there. You don't have to worry about it being somewhere else in the shot. It's as easy as that. And the other good use of this, so if I were to select these and press 1, we can, instead of just having it appear out of nowhere, we can just have it fade into existence. Like literally, just fade. And this can also be used for body parts. Now, there is really no difference between this and cloak factor. Now, let me show you. Let me turn alpha back to 1. So this is cloak factor. Basically, cloak factor is the same thing, except it uses a cool effect. You can see it here. So it uses the TF2 cloak effect, basically, and it looks kind of sick. I'm not even gonna lie. It just disappears into nothingness for this model. But I honestly kind of prefer this because it just looks cooler. It looks cooler if it's fading into reality, though, like this. So you can see how it works. This is using scenes. Now, this is okay. It doesn't matter. This is okay if you're just making like objects disappear, but it's not that great for body parts, to be honest. I mean, if you were using a scale control, that'd be fine, but we're just gonna make this rocket launcher disappear out of his hands. So the way that we're gonna do this is we're going to go to the place that we want. So like add 2 is where we're gonna make the rocket disappear. Okay. So we're just gonna press B, and that should separate these 2 shots. Now in shot 1, we're going to make sure that he has his rocket launcher in his hand. All right. And then just add this stuff there, and we're gonna click on shot 2. Head into shot 2. The way you can tell which shot you're in is by if you're in the whole clip editor, whatever one is highlighted like more, whichever one's brighter, that's the shot that you're in. So we're gonna go into shot 2, and in shot 2 we're just gonna delete his rocket launcher. So we can already see that in shot 1 he has his rocket launcher, and in shot 2 it's gone. So basically, by shot 2, boom, no rocket launcher. Now, what I said earlier about how this isn't the best for body parts, I mean, I guess it's okay. You can use it, like you can add a scale control to the lower arm maybe, and like in this scene, the arm is normal. I think that's normal. And in the next shot, the arm is just wherever. What the heck? Okay, and in the next shot, his arm is just gone. So, I mean, I guess you could do this. Yeah. So, forget what I said about that. You can use this method for body parts as well. Yeah, that's really all I have to talk about. So this hopefully helped you in some way. If it did, leave a like, maybe comment, and subscribe if you can. It's free. It doesn't take anything. You can always unsubscribe if you don't want to see anything else. This is really all I have to say. So I hope that you learned something and that you can put some new cool effects into your videos.